How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korban Gaming. Welcome back to the third and final installment of the guide to how to make your very own Alliance/Kingdom Discord. Right, so for today's episode, we will be going through how to create webhooks for your Discord, and I will also give you some tips as a closing for this whole series on how to better run your entire Discord. So for the first part of the guide, we actually talked about creating channels, the different channels that you want to create, and all sorts of stuff. For the second part, we actually talked about how to set up your bots and make it look more professional. And for this last and final part, we'll be talking about how to make webhooks. Alright, so almost every single professional Discord server that you've been to, they have this sort of like channel whereby bots will post videos or of YouTubers that people might be interested in. Usually for Rise of Kingdoms, obviously you have Rise of Kingdoms YouTuber, and if you haven't already, then you probably should make a webhook for my channel, because I come out with pretty good guides like these. Okay, so apart from YouTube, some people, they also like to do one for Reddit as well, and I will be showing you how to make webhooks for both of them today. Alright, so first of all, you want to create a separate channel just for these two, and for me, usually I keep these channels on mute because it's just bots spamming in requests every time. Okay, YouTube maybe not as often, depending on how many webhooks you want to create for how many content creators, but for Reddit is usually quite a lot of stuff coming in, so you probably want to mute that channel, but you can have it on the side just so you know your Discord looks professional and nice looking. And of course, for people who are interested in Reddit or who actually likes to read Reddit, then they can have this turned on, obviously, or they can just scroll through here to see if there's any interesting posts before heading over to the Reddit website itself. Alright, so let's do it for YouTube first. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go to your server and then server settings. Down here you see webhooks. Alright, you want to click webhook and then create webhook. Alright, so the name, you can change this to Reddit. Okay, this will be the name of your bot. Okay, and then your channel, you can select your channel. You want this to be what did I say we'll do first? We'll do YouTube first, right? Alright, so let's do YouTube first. Okay, put this in the YouTube channel, and then webhook icon, you can upload an image of the content creators profile picture, you know, for the bot. But for me, I'm just going to leave this as it is because I'm not going to bother. And then you want to keep this page open first. This URL is very important, so keep it here first. Alright, afterwards you want to go to this website called ifttt.com. Alright, so ifttt.com. You are supposed to create an account there. It's completely free. I've already created mine. As you can see here, I've already made 2 webhooks, and these are for my own Alliance's Discord server that I have, because like I mentioned earlier, I was the one who made it for my Alliance. So once you reach here, okay, once you create your new account, on your profile picture, you're supposed to click on it. Afterwards, you can see this create. Click on create. Okay, and the link will be here if you, for some reason, you couldn't access that. Alright, so now you want to create your own webhook. Alright, so first of all, click on this plus sign, search services. So we are doing one for YouTube. Search for YouTube. There we go. And then you can search, you can choose which will be the trigger. You can be a new liked video on the channel, it can be a new public video uploaded by you, can be one from your subscriptions and whatnot. So for me, I'll choose a new public video uploaded by me. So that is the trigger. Every time I upload a new public video, then it will trigger this to do something. Alright, now you want to select what you want it to do. So click on this second plus, and then you want to search for webhooks. Right, so this right here, and then click on this make a web request, and then for the URL, this URL, you want to paste the URL of your channel of this thing right here. So let's copy this, and then you want to go back to this, and you want to click paste. Alright, so this will be the URL, and the method, you want to click on post. For the content type, you want to click on application/JSON. Alright, and the body, okay, the body, you are going to have to want this. Okay, copy this and paste this. Alright, so the username will be whatever username you want for your bot or you want your bot to say. Okay, avatar URL, I think this isn't very important. Okay, you can change it to a different picture or whatnot. Then the content, I have it set to default, which is the author name, which is the name of the channel, uploaded, the name of the title of the video at this timing, and this will be the link of the video. And then I'm going to, once that is done, click on create action, and there, now it's done. Alright, so I'm going to click finish, and that's it, your very own webhook. Simple as that. And then you just click on save. No, oopsies. You want this in, what do you want this in? YouTube. Yep, YouTube. Okay, let's rename this YouTube. Save. Yep, okay, done. Alright, so every time I upload a video, then it will automatically post inside of the YouTube channel. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys how, okay, now I'm going to show you guys how it works on my own Discord channel. Alright, so right here, this is our officer chat, but it's okay, it's not a big deal. Okay, so this is how it will actually look like once you get it up and running. So you see, every time I upload a new video, this bot will automatically post it for me, and I don't have to do anything about it. So it's just as simple as that. Now the second part, Reddit. Okay, so let's go to Reddit. Reddit is basically the same thing actually, you just have to copy paste something different. Server settings, alright, create a webhook, and then create one. Alright, this one we will call it Reddit, and then this one we'll want it to be in the Reddit channel. Alright, so let's copy this URL, copy, and then you want to go back to IFTTT. Alright, go to your Explore, let's go to my applets, and let's create one. Okay, so the first trigger, you want it to be Reddit. Okay, click on this right here, any new post in subreddit. You guys can choose and customize your own one. It can make it hot post only, or a top post, or post from search, new post by you, new comment by you, whatever. So I'm going to do any new post inside of this subreddit. So the subreddit will be, for Rise of Kingdoms, it will be Rise of Kingdoms. Alright, so this will be the subreddit. Create trigger. Then what you want to do is this. Okay, same as the YouTube one, you want to be webhooks. Make a web request, so we are going to paste the URL here. Method, once again, it will be post. Content type, application slash JSON, nothing changed. For the body for this one, this will be a bit different. Alright, so this is the body that I will use for Reddit, and there you have it. Okay, so you guys can pause the video here, can type all this out and copy and paste it, whatnot. Okay, and then just click create action, and yeah, it's basically as simple as that, and that is basically it. So this is done, you just click finish, and now you have your webhook for Reddit. Right, so it's really as simple as that. It doesn't get any simpler. Okay, so once it's done, you click save right here, and there you have it. So your Reddit channel, you should have some, whenever something new comes in from the Rise of Kingdoms subreddit, it'll be posted here. Alright, so let's see here. The Reddit channel, sometimes the webhooks take a little while to load. Okay, it doesn't come in immediately, especially for the YouTube one. That's what I realized. Okay, so the latest one was at 8:23 p.m. Alright, so there isn't any other latest one. So if a new post comes in right now, we'll be able to see it, but there isn't any yet. Okay, so this is how it'll look like. Okay, you can see I set a picture for the Reddit bot, and then yeah, this is basically how it will look like when you have Reddit posts. And this can get rather spammy since Reddit, everybody will post there. So yeah, and just keep that in mind. Okay, so most people will probably want to mute this channel, but you know, it's good to have and makes your server looks a bit more professional. So there you have it, how to create a webhook for your Discord for both YouTube and Reddit as well. So yep, very easy way of doing it, and I hope you guys have learned something from this video. Now some final closing tips. Alright, so first tip that I want to give you guys is, do not ever give out server ownership to anyone but yourself. Okay, if you have a group of alliance leaders that you can trust, maybe you can consider giving it to them. But if you are the one who made it and you are an alliance leader for yourself, which I think only alliance leaders who want to bother making it for their own alliance or for your own kingdom, right, of your alliance or kingdom leader, whatever, okay, I would advise keeping the ownership with yourself. Okay, you are the one who made it, so you have the right to keep it. That is my opinion. Okay, alternatively, you don't want to run it that often, or you don't have that much free time to run it, but then again, why would you make it in the first place if you don't have the time to run it? So yeah, anyways, you can consider passing it up to someone that you trust within the leadership team. Obviously, you shouldn't be passing it on to some random player, you know, that is pretty obvious. So that's one thing. Second thing is you want to keep track of whoever is joining your Discord, and you can do that through the invite link right here. Alright, so server information, you can look at your invites here, and then you can see how many. Okay, so every time someone creates an invite, there'll be one here. Let me just create one. Alright, so let's make an invite here. How do I make an invite here? Invite people. Alright, so I just click on this. I don't really have to invite anyone. Okay, you should obviously invite people and share the link, but once that is up, you can see there'll be an invite here. Alright, so this will be the invite code, and you can set it to expire or you can set it to never expire. Basically, it's up to you. Alright, or you want to disable the link completely, you can just cross it out, so the link will no longer be valid. Okay, and you want to constantly check who is joining your Discord. Obviously, you want the person to be from your kingdom or from your alliance, depending on what your Discord is used for. You do not want it to be just anybody joining it, and you want to clear out random people that you do not know from your Discord from time to time, because especially during KVK time, you might have a few random spies joining in, and then you don't want your plans to be leaked. Obviously, plans should be discussed within your own leadership chat, which is not viewable to just anybody, and then once you have the finalized plan, you guys can perhaps give it out to the members. But even so, be wary of who is in your Discord, who is joining. Some people, they just join and lurk there, okay, and some kingdom Discords can get very big, like over 1,000 people, but you know, you really have to put in the time and effort to go and moderate and see who is actually joining, so that you don't leak out important war information to your enemies. So there is another point that you guys really should take note of. And last but not least, how do you moderate your Discord? Okay, so obviously you want people to follow your rules and whatever that you have set. For me, I like to give them warnings for rule breaking. Alright, if it's just something small, like, you know, posting something in the wrong channel, maybe like you can just give them a friendly reminder. You don't need to be something serious. If it's not something serious, it isn't a big deal. Honestly, some people, they just don't know, or you know, but if a person keeps on doing it and then maybe you want to step in, you know what I mean? Okay, I wouldn't advise going too strict. It's supposed to be a fun environment for everyone to chat and communicate with, and I will assume that most people who know basic English and have a, you know, basic understanding of how the world works would know how to use Discord and post the right stuff in the right places. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You don't have to be too strict. You want it to be a fun environment after all. Alright, if it's a serious offense, I'll consider warning the person once, then maybe give him a harsher warning the second time, and then the third time will result in a ban. Then you guys can decide on whether you want the ban to be permanent, you want the ban to be 1 week long, or you know, you can just mute the user for a week or something like that. But then again, there really is no point muting people, because you mute them, then what's the point of them joining the Discord, right? So yeah, that's just my opinion. You guys can do it however you like. And yeah, also keep in mind another thing is that Discord bans are IP bans, so which means the person can't create another Discord account on that same computer or mobile phone or whatever that is linked to that IP address. The person will either have to use a VPN to change his IP address to create another account and join the server again if they want to see it, or that person have to use another device with a different IP address to create an account and join the server before they can come in here and see stuff and talk once again. Okay, so until you unban the person, that person cannot use that same IP address to log into that account. But that being said, there is a way around this. Okay, what I found out is that once you created an account, Okay, and once you have joined the server, then the IP ban doesn't matter anymore. So once you've joined your server, you don't longer need to use a fake IP address. You can go back to using your regular IP address, and once you're already inside the server, Discord can't do anything about it. Unless, of course, the admin kicks you out once again, then you will still be banned. Okay, unless they remove the ban. So yeah. That's it for this video. Hope you guys have learned something. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to this channel for more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host, Korriban Gaming. Peace.